apologize for the whiplash. Going from some of the most banging music tracks in a boss fight you can have to rabbit season background music, whatever. Hello, everybody. We getting it. So, I got mail to open. People keep sending me things, and so I will show them live. And thank you. Oh God, keep doing this. All right. So, I got a Monkey King minion. I think it's Kiten Dashang is the one in Swallow's Compass. He's a fun boss fight. They should do more stuff like that. So thank you for that. I also got Wind Up Estinian. Thank you for that. Wind Up Estinian. What do they look like? Pop them out. Those are my mounts. I know what those look like. There you go. Alright, Monkey King. Oh, he floats! Of course he floats, because he's on the cloud. Very nice. Very nice. Oh, he flew right into the camera. He knew. He knew. He knew. Hello, Scotty. Hello, Night Fiend. No hello to Giga Chadley. Top secret Square Enix information that will make flames seethe. Look, I know other people like Rebirth, okay? There are some people that are obsessed with that game and love every second of it. They're allowed to like it. So long as I'm allowed to not like it. Also, I'll specify there are parts of that game I really don't like, and there are parts that are good and fine. Boy, it devolves into a larger discussion about AAA games. Where's Estinian? There he is. What? Oh, yeah, I knew that. The Wind Up Estinian is adorable. Sticking around longer due to catching a flight. Oh! Going on an airplane. Fancy. I have yet to shake the lingering fear of death.
One eternity later.
That hits me every time I get onto a plane. Every time I get onto one, I'm like, this is it. This is how I die. It never happens. Well, I think if it did happen, you'd all know, but you know. Anyway. Thank you for the minions, Shadow Derpy and Night Fiend. I do want to go back to my OG. The father of dragons himself. But yeah, the absolute easiest layup conceivable would be to give the Shadowkeeper boss fight music on the Shadowkeeper mount. And yet, we just have some generic shit riding around. It's like, it's not even the good track. It's the we don't actually care track. It is vastly depressing. But for the most, I have a macro that is on my bars here? No, it's not on my bars. Every once in a while when I'm on my main account, I will have a hankering for mount music, or like I'll pull a mount out. I'm just like you pull out, I'll pull out the Kefka plane. I'm just like, okay, I need the mount music for this. But for the most part, I leave it off. That's one of the reasons why. Is that sometimes you pull a mount off and it's just like da da da. And it's like, I don't need this crap. Anyway, but then you get on your freaking Ravana Lanner, and then you just bust out. You're just like, you know what? I just flew past my destination. I'm gonna do laps because I need the song right now. That's what it's like. Anyway. So last time on Dragon Ball Z, we cleaned up Doma. Doma is now temporarily rested from the dominion of Garlemald, and we were on our way to Garabania to go kick them out. to free Alamigo, which was what started this whole mess to begin with. Every other boss-related mount in the online store plays its boss music. Even Red Baron and White Devil play the Garlean boss fight music. It's an L, no matter what. I don't know why they didn't. So you may be asking, well, if you're supposed to be in Garabania, why are you in Limsa Laminsa? It's because we're doing a little side tangent today. I had made a reference to this earlier when I was running around Doma, that the main reason that I didn't do the samurai quests was because I didn't have access to Doma. I wanted to sort of binge them all in one run, or as many of them as I could do. I started a little later, so I don't know if I'll be able to get them all done in one stream. We'll see if I can just smash them out in 2 hours. Probably not. I may just have like a couple quests that I have to do later. But samurai quests. So for the later jobs, so Dancer, Gunbreaker, everything after that, they just hand you everything. You don't need to do job quests to pick things up. For the for Heavensward and Stormblood jobs, you need to do the job quest in order to get abilities. Now, for Samurai, the only one that I don't have is Meditate. Action not yet learned, even though I'm past level 70. Because you need to do the job quest in order to unlock it. This is disastrous for, like, I think Black Mages have Fire 4 behind story quests, so I hope you want to do story quests. Black Mage's stories are fine, though. It's not a problem. Hang out with Shantota. What else the hell do you want? Flame on flying. I may die with my headphones. Sweet foods, keep grooving, baby. Ah, dude. Dude, if you can just put 9, the M9 or M5, just on frickin' loop for 3 hours. Good stuff. Anyway, so I'm gonna do Samurai Quest lines. In the Samurai Quest line, I was sort of decided I was on a bit of a wander. Because all the way back when I was doing Realm Reborn, as soon as I hit 50, because this was the plan from the beginning, in order to keep my Viola cosplay going, but as soon as I hit 50, I ran off and I grabbed up the Samurai Jobstone and related class. So what we've done for recap on what you've seen on this channel, the ones of viewers, is we talked to an old man who just immediately handed us a samurai sword and gear and a jobstone. We beat some dude up in the arena in Wilda, and the level 50 to 52 quest is cleaning up some corrupt brass blades. And from there, we're off to Limsa Laminsa to go beat up a neckbeard. And we'll take it from there. Whenever I think Ravana's bit, there's always one vocalist bit that comes to mind where I swear it sounds like at a Sorcerer's Apprentice. There is a crescendo, da da da, and then the voice kicks in. Yeah, the beginning I can hear that. So I'm not gonna be hanging out in the weird. I realized that the event was still going on. We had the goofy music, and I'm just like, I gotta do this bit. But anyway, going over here to Musosai, our samurai trainer, who's hanging out with Momozigo, who wants to learn about the ways of the samurai and wants to get all the gossip and good stuff because he thinks it's cool. That's not the beginning; it's between vocal bits. Okay. Well, beginning of phase 2. I get what you mean. Midgar Stormer also gets it. All right, here we go. So now we are doing samurai quests. Let's go. See if we can unlock Meditate today. Your katana has come to sit well at your hip. 'Tis plain your experience excising evil has matured you as a samurai. I have had an eventful time in this salt-kissed city. In the course of seeking evil, I came under the suspicion of the local peacekeepers, the Mellow Packets. A serial killer has been terrorizing these parts, 'twould seem, whose weapon of choice is an uncommonly sharp blade, one not unlike ours, and so I found myself confronted and questioned. Thanks to Momozigo's testimony, however, the pall of suspicion was quickly lifted. Not only that, but we were even permitted to examine the victim's wounds. There could be no doubt they were inflicted by a katana. The killer may well be a samurai, yet a true samurai does not take life without just cause. Murder is heinous in its own right. Committing it with our noble weapon compounds the crime. Such evil cannot be suffered. So it's I always make fun of the ninja training quests because it's all about being honorable ninjas. Being an honorable samurai is, well, in the context of history, also laughable. But if we're playing through the tropes, then it makes sense. So there you have it. We're going after a serial killer. I must say, I'm morbidly excited. Right, let's begin to talk people in Hawker's Alley. Hawker's Alley. I basically live there on my main. Anytime I'm doing inventory management, I'm in Hawker's Alley. Buying, selling, loading, unloading. About to do a Monty Python bit, but I don't know if anybody would get it. Recent murderers, gruesome business that, and it seems no one's safe neither. Why, even a traveler got himself sliced up, the unlucky sod. What sort of sick bastard do a thing like that? I said actually try to put an accent into this. Nah. Came here to hear me mispronounce words and get angry. Not a proper voice acting. Killer makes Kikern dead, makes Kyokurun afraid. Afraidfully afraid. Kyokurun shake. Shaky wake all night. Brrr. Probably did not come through the microphone at all. Got all these. God, my OCD. All these freaking quests that give me things, and I don't do any of them. I'm not doing any of them. Serial killings, oh, don't get me started. We all of us here have been on edge. One of the victims was a regular of mine. Navigator, rest his soul, and I pray that the culprit is caught soon. Oh, he's over here. Are you over here, Musasai? He's over here. There he is. Oh, this is like literally where I stand. So this is my route. So I go over here to talk to my retainers. And then I go over here to the market board. And then I go over here if I need to do some sort of management so that I'm not standing in the middle of the road. That bothers me, don't ask me. And then if I need to do company chest stuff, it's right here. So it's just this walkway here. I could do it in my sleep and not fall over the ledge. And then it's right there next to the 8th road if you need to go somewhere. It's a well-worn cobblestone beneath my feet. Anyway. Patron traveler and a quick urn. The victims do not seem to have anything in common. However, the circumstances of their deaths are strikingly similar. They all vanished in the vicinity of the docks before later turning up as corpses. The killer, it seems to me, targets those who happen to pass along the landing. Completely random, then. What a frightening thought. But now that we know this, what do we do next? We set a trap. Lure the killer out by walking around the area in question in the black of night. When he emerges from the shadows, we apprehend him. Who's the lucky one who gets to be the bait? Why me? They both looked at him in unison. It was good. Though the victims have naught in common, it must be noted that none of them are armed. In other words, the killer preyed on the defenseless. With our katana at our hips, Viola and I shan't make enticing bait. Conversely, were we to forego our weapons, we should be ill-equipped to subdue the villain. And so it falls to you. Take heart, my friend. Both of us shall be close on hand, ready to pounce ere you may come to harm. Now then, let us go to the docks. Off to the docks. Hello. Taking the weird way around. Edgar Summers excited for this latest bit of human drama. Bully the potato. It's always morally correct. It's Baka Baka. The one and only. No, Musosai, please. Ah, you've been doing the... Oh, that means that you got a shit roll on the roulettes. Oh, I hate those things. I hated the Kupo scratch offs, and I hate the roulettes. I get why they're there, but it just doesn't make me like them. They may arguably be a good choice. Not my argument. My argument is that they can get bent. All right, we're gonna set the trap. Yeah, the urge to learn a crafting class on Viola so that I can go see how XP is at the cosmic explorations. Ah, Tim. Yeah, XP is great. Yeah, it's if you're not a well, I'm gonna roll it back. There are lots of ways to get your crafting and your gathering up in not a lot of time investment. The diadem was the old one, but that got a little samey. There wasn't much going on. Grand Company turn-ins, I think, is still the crown champion of maximum amount with minimum effort. But these cosmic explorations, they look pretty good. You had things going on. You have all crafters at 90 plus with almost 300s. Yeah, dude, crank that. I've been sitting at max for a little while. I grinded that bitch out about a month after the expansion came. I had my fun everywhere else, and I just sort of looked over at my crafting gear. And I'm just like, it's time. It's time. Anyway, we have random violent potato trying to kill the unarmed potato. That blade. Oh, that clipping through the robes. By the Kamimo Mizigo, that scream was loud enough to wake the dead. Small wonder the villain fled with such haste. It wasn't intentional. What's done is done. Besides, our mission was not entirely without fruit. The killer's blade is known to me. Some while ago, a wealthy merchant of this land came to Kugane, a port of Hingashi. The man had a fetish for blades and proceeded to buy up the finest he could find. So if you've done this quest with it before, if you did this quest sort of like before you did Stormblood anything, then you're not going to know what any of these terms are, but obviously we know what they are because we literally just came from there, which is another reason I wanted to do these quests now. Well, it's all fresh in our minds. I chanced to inspect the wares at one of the many swordsmiths this merchant visited and noted a unique katana marked for delivery to his ship, the selfsame katana that killer wields. Furthermore, according to the shopkeeper, the merchant was a laughabell. A wealthy Lalafella merchant, you say? Well, in this area, there's Giger Juju, whom I once entertained with the dance troupe, but for all his vices, he didn't strike me as a serial-killing sort. Be this as it may, this is our sole lead for now. Where do we find this man? At his resort in Costa del Sol, most like, but I'm doubtful he's the one we're after. I'd forgotten that this was Costa del Sol lore as well. Hello, Mega Summer. Aren't you glad we're doing Costa del Sol as well? He's playing it cool, but Mega Summer thinks it's good. Oh, notice in chat, no one expects the giant bunny ninja stripper. Well, nobody with a poor imagination. Anyway. Yeah, Costa del Sol, by the way, is a secret hotbed of really fun, interesting quests. But unfortunately, sometimes, like in this case, you have to go to Costa del Sol from somewhere else. I've realized I'm going to have to farm cruiserweight blades. I've noted the 5. We need to do at least one this week. You just need to do M8. If you don't care about 740, 640 gear, I think 740 gear. I don't remember what the big number is. Then you just get the blade once a week, and then 750 gear has some 9 theme. Yeah, the tombstone gear is all 9. Some of it looks pretty good. I'm not a 9 guy. I'm reconsidering that position. We got Last Defense Academy coming out, I think tomorrow. tricks. That's just gonna ruin my everything for a little while. That and the cosmic exploration. It's just like, when are you going to sleep? Are you going to quit your job? Yeah, but you just run 8, and then week 7, you get your 750 weapon. I have some soul searching to do for exactly what weapon I want to do, but I'm already on a ramble. I don't need to go on a ramble off a ramble. Costa del Sol, let's go. Hang out with Giger Juju, who is a G. And then, there's other letters in his name as well, I suppose. But yeah, the answer to both those questions is probably no. Yeah, well, Scotty runs with a team of just solid badasses all the way down. He's doing savage crap. He's on a different level than me, but he has the benevolence to come hang with me anyway. I do appreciate him. I appreciate all of you coming here to hang out with me while I do this nonsense, playing a cat person online. Yeah, the company hero stuff is all Costa del Sol. There's a fate where you escort a concubine. You get to hear about Mamulja dances. There's a lot going on here. A hidden gem of the side quest. The old dance, very good. No need to mince words. Let's pierce right to the heart of the matter. Oh, somebody's been farming. Juju's hardly a paragon of righteousness, but he's guilty of anything. It's being a lecher, not a murderer. Momozigo knows. Wind up Mithra, nice. That is a lot of the big primal abilities. Oh, we got the whistle. How far have you gotten in Mass Carnival? This is the real question. You can say none. Blue Mage can be fun if you just do it as like a Pokemon for spells. But if you desire pain and suffering in your life, is that the dirty rotten Azulmagia cane? In which case that does tell me. Theoretically, I could look at your glamour if I was good enough and be able to determine what glamour you have versus what tier of Mass Carnival you're at. Yeah, Dirty Rotten Azulmagia is the beginning, by the way. The beginning of the bitter draft. The one-man savage content. And then it only gets better or potentially worse from there, depending on your depending on how you react to pain. But yeah, it's pretty good fun. I was gonna have a Jimmy thinking me badass. It's true. I think you're a badass, bro. I can't savage. I mean, I can savage. I guess I am savaging, just not current. God, I can't do current. I don't have enough Pokemon badges for that. You're at Siegfried right now. Yeah, that's a fight. I think it's 3 phases. It's a thing. I am desperately looking forward to whatever the hell they do with Blue Mage in Dawn Trail. I think I've been on about this before, so I'm not going to go on about it again. Need to find a guide to know what in for almost got perfect blue. Get your furry ass back in the Savage Ring, man. I don't know. Well, we're gonna yeah. This furry ass is in the extreme ring. I think our static is at savage, old savage difficulty, but modern extreme. I think we can handle pretty well. I am looking forward to the recollection extreme though. That's just gonna be a BGM 100, and I'm pretty sure that's just gonna demolish us. It'll be fun, and then we'll be back to savage. We'll leave Vortman and Company Fair too. Now we'll get there. Here's the thing: like we're going to eventually run out of extremes to do, and from there's only one thing left, 2 things left technically. It's savages and ultimates. Once you're done with extremes. have to well, we're still working on Omega, though that was, oh my god, like a year ago now. It's been a burning hot minute since we've done that. That's gonna be a bit of a trip, because I have a feeling we're not mentally prepared for how far that fist is gonna go into our chest cavity. It'll be fun. It's all fun. Good content. Difficult content. Play with your friends. Make friends or lose them, depending on how badly you play. Anyway, Giger Juju. Yeah, the potatoes of wealth and power in this game. My guild may be playing a comeback. We got the Dark Knight to strap his balls on for once. Ooh. See, today got hit only 3 times during phase 3, once to hitbox, janky timing, the other 2 to block vision. I did not go after the achievements. I think for Dirty Rotten Apples of Magic, there's one, like, you have to not get hit or something like that. And then I know that there's one for the most recent Blue Mage content that I almost got by accident. I didn't realize until much later. But yeah, Mass Carnival's fun. Blue Mage is fun. Hello, Snooty. Thank you for using my Horatio emotes. One of the main reasons I'm still on Twitch. I think you can upload those into YouTube though, but then people have to use emote chat, and people have to know how YouTube chat works, which is not well. Weird things are weird in that chat. Anyway, pretty sure there's an add-on for it, just to fix it. There's an add-on for anything. Add-on for Oblivion Remake, which has been out for like a day. I think if you want your big titty goth girls, it's out there somewhere. Burglar doesn't seem that hard. Just need to get lucky with plane cracker positions. You yearn for the moon and to watch a relaxing stream. Oh man, dude, I am intentionally throttling myself on the lunar stuff. I think if I had stuff, no booby mods yet. Are you? Except you want big titty goth lady. I'm sorry. I did not realize. I did. Hang on. Okay. Right, I'm gonna roll this back. A lot of things just happen in succession, and I feel it's my responsibility to step through it. First off, I'm sorry. Apparently, there's no big titty goth girl mod in Oblivion yet. That catches me as a surprise. So, in my mind, my mental default for mod to put in a game is big titty goth girl, because what else do people want? I know there was definitely a Skyrim thing. I think I was talking with Tattoo about this, that like the duality of man, and that we were looking through mods, looking for something else, I think, which I'm not going to talk about, and like there were two mods like literally right next to each other on the page, and one was like this super serious like story balancing gameplay rework so you can get into your immersion in Skyrim, and like it's like a nicely posed whatever thumbnail picture, and then the other one is just like big boobs, and it's just like a pair of big boobs, and I'm like, damn, if that doesn't sum up the human condition. So anyway, yeah, I just assume that there's a bunch of people in basements or perhaps in penthouse suites who are just fervently adding in the big titty goth girl mods for the rest of us. They're doing great work. Mikar Summer is approves of this. It really is the same thing with Baldur's Gate 3. I am seeing these emotes in my chat, by the way, Night Fiend. Just don't have the camera on you. It is. Good bad dragon. Maybe Mikar Summer might. Well, I'm not even going to go there. I'm not going to finish that sentence. I don't want to out myself. Out myself, he says. As if people didn't already know. Anyway. It's Giger Juju. So yes, Cosmic Exploration good, Oblivion good. Don't know about add-ons for chat. Thank you for using the Horatio emotes, and Cosmic Exploration is some good stuff. And I think if I was actually leveling things, I would be hopelessly gone because I'd be like, well, now I'm really in there. You show up and you do things for like 15 minutes every day, and they throw a pile of money at you, which is, I think, going to be the worst thing, because you just go back tomorrow. It's like, damn it. Our Dark agreed to try and current extremes, and Savage raid leader responded he better be ready to EX5 first week it is out, or he's tracking him down. Yikes. I mean, you got to be committed. I get it. You have some people in the groups. There was I think I was watching the World's First Savage for this tier. I was hanging out with it, and somebody was talking about, do you want to do a lunch break? And then the response to it in the chat was, we had a discussion about this. We are pulling through lunch. Everybody's just gonna have food on the side. Just get with the program. And I was like, oh man. That is a mood, all right. I respect it. Like that level of just locking in. I'm pretty sure my body would fall away at some point. Like it just physically collapsed. I'd have to train it up. I'd have to get my no lifer. I'm a very casual no lifer. I don't put any commitment into it. Back goes out after like 5 hours. It's shameful, really. Currently waiting for someone to make Wuklamot preset for Skyrim so I can make this joke. Screaming at other hollers, Wuklamot has come to Skyrim. There's a mod for everything in Skyrim, I'm pretty sure. I'm guessing it would be more of like a Hrothgar re-go over of a Khajiit or something like that. It probably exists. They're friends and have met up for card games. This will be fun. Oh, that's the best. I don't know if it's physically possible for our group to have for all of our group to have an in-person meetup. Technically, we can get, I think we've had 6 in the same room, 5 in the same room. With a little bit of coaxing, I think up to 6 of us could be in the same place at the same time. Then getting, It's a right now it's my pipe dream that like we all go on a cruise or something like that together. But I have no expectations of it being reality. You just had some dreams. You just have to have the dreams, not to manifest the dreams. That's one of mine for me. Like all of us playing like Go Fish, half drunk in a random suite somewhere. Showing your first notorious monster fate. Well, if you're into Eureka, that's its own rabbit hole. So good luck with that. Filed section is concluded. Unfortunately, your application was not selected. Dude, get used to that. The only good thing is that they keep your license for you, right? You don't, like, you gave them 1,000 space bucks, and you get to keep the 1,000 space bucks. So it's not like you lost out on the 1,000. You're off by a sliver for the mount. Yeah, so Eureka is its own side discussion, but what I will say is that there are some notorious monsters that people wait and they're considerate and they put it in the public chat, and it's just like a 5-minute, everybody will pull it 24 or whatever, and then there are others that people will pull it as soon as it's up. Like, they won't even let the people who farmed it come back. They just pull that crap immediately. Those assholes. No, that's the ones you gotta watch out for. I mean, that's Eureka Life. Eureka Life is a separate life from 14. Like, you could be playing 14, or you could be doing Eureka. Like, you can dip between the two, but it's different games. I don't mind Eureka personally. Well, again, this is a whole other side conversation. Go on, miss. Anyway, hell, okay, Giger Juju. Rich potatoes in this game will change your way you think about potatoes. So we're talking to him about serial killers. Right now, our only lead is that there's some rich guy with a sword. And so we're going to talk to Giger Juju, and we're about to learn about the Society of Rich Potatoes. All right, who dares disturb my slumber? Oh, if it isn't the resourceful and supremely forgiving adventurer. I see you've brought company today, and of the far eastern persuasion besides. How very exotic. But come, what is it you wish of me? There's people killing people with swords. Truly now, yours truly a suspect in serial killings. But of course it is a mistake, and no mistake about it. However, I do have an inkling as to who the culprit might be. Garumi Borlumi, he is your man. He made his fortune in trade and indulges in extreme excesses, which, coming from me, is saying something. But most relevant to your investigation is the fact that he's obsessed with all things Far Eastern and owns an extensive collection of katana. Why, just the other day at a social gathering, he was bragging on about one such weapon as though it was his firstborn. When he said that he wanted to feel what it's like to cut a man down, we all had a good chuckle, assuming he was speaking in jest. The man always did strike me as touched, but to think that he would actually go and do the deed. To kill simply to satisfy his own twisted urges. This is no man, but a fiend in a man's skin. Master Giger Juju, we were wrong to suspect you and humbly beg your forgiveness. Will you tell us where to find this depraved creature? On his ship where he lives. It's at anchor nearby for now, but I should warn you that he recently mentioned wanting a change of scenery. Ah, a ship! It's going to be tough to sneak aboard, but if we miss this chance, who knows when there'll be another. Ho ho ho, thank you, lucky stars, for it just happens I've received an invitation from Garumi Berlumi to attend a banquet aboard his, and I quote, vessel of myriad pleasures. You may have it. A small token of my remorse to you, my dear adventurer. Show it to the man's retainer at the pier, and you will be shown to his ship. And you, showmaster, I will lend you my garb. Disguise is yours truly. None shall raise an eyebrow or you to have bodyguards in your company. And with that, I bid you success. Garumi Borlumi is a troublesome business rival, and I shan't shed a tear at his demise. Oh, and now he's handing things out. You're grateful. Without further ado, then, let's assume our roles and head to the pier. Why do I have a terrible feeling about this? That one. Hell's the boat? It's down there. It's down there. Oh, run to the duty pillar. I should be running. I gotta remember this muscle memory. You gotta run everywhere, because then you jog. Oh, look, it's his retainer. Master Giger Juju and company, you do us a great honor. The invitation, if I may. An invitation to attend Garumi Barumi's banquet aboard his vessel of myriad pleasures. All appears in order. Thank you kindly. If you'd care to step aboard, we shall cast off presently. We're going to be level sync down. Deep sea vessel ship, don't tell nobody. Evil potato. Well, it's a. Hang on, let's let him. Pan. Okay, so yeah, it's there's a lot of people that they sprinting from place to place was never really a bother anyway, and there's some people that don't know what sprint is. It's a weird. It's just you got to build the muscle memory up. So it all comes down to. But yeah, this is the this is the evil rich potato with his neckbeard bodyguard storyline. All the samurai storylines are good. One of the reasons I could have just done this offline and just grinded it out, but I'm like, you know what, this is good enough. It needs to be seen. And on what this is what'll happen is later on I'll be like, well, now you got to do Red Mage, now you got to do Dark Knight, now you got to do Astrologian. Probably do Reaper. I really liked Reaper. Anyway, later. Your dedication, your passion is beyond impressive, my lord. With that, we had all had your fine taste. Come now, we scarcely scratched the surface. Save some wonderment for my prized katana. Oh, the synchronized turn. You've been practicing. Ah, Master Giger Juju, always a pleasure. I say, are those samurai I see beside you? Commendable first effort, my lord, but they pale in comparison to my katana collection. You would flaunt the blade you used to cut down innocents? Twisted fiend, your reign of terror ends here. You're not Giger Juju, are you? And yet I would swear we've met. Damn right we've met. I'm the would-be prey who screamed his lungs out. Ah, yes, from the other night. You see, 'tis well good to admire a blade upon a stand, but its true place is in one's hand. This I discovered to my sheerest ecstasy. Yeah, the fight music was just the random dances and claps. The law is too good for the likes of you. You shall face the selfsame end you visited upon innocence. Not only do you sneak uninvited to a private gathering, you make violent threats against an upstanding citizen. Seems I have no choice but to summon the guards. Now let us a step above and pray put on a good show. I have a reputation as a host to uphold. Crystal Tower is a it's a thing. There's some tank responsibility. There's I think every alliance raid has at least like one moment of tank responsibility. Dunscaith is definitely one where if the tanks are asleep at the switch, you can have trouble. Anyway, yeah, you will find the tank who is either watching Netflix or isn't actually a tank and just likes the tank queues. Those happen, I'm afraid. More so in alliance raids, like you can't be a tank and then AFK like in a dungeon, like you're driving the bus. you're gonna be found out. But in an alliance raid, just have your tank stance off. No, and it's like you don't exist. Anyway, Ostergein, Koi, time to work your keep. I love the cowboy hat. You know exactly who this is. It has no way to hold a katana. You are no true samurai. Bah, like there's a difference. Samurai is just a swordsman what fights with a katana, and this champion gladiator is going to show you how it's done. Yeehaw, cheeseburgers and cola. It is. It's his energy. You heard that, Viola? The difference is lost on this man. We must free him from his ignorance. Hold it. I have a mind to savor this. We shall save you for last. Let us warm the deck with an opening act. Yeah, right, yeah. I think. Ooh. Ninjas. For now, we enjoy the spectacle. Go, ninja, go, ninja, go. I too shall observe. You alone are more than enough for these false shinobi. Have at her. Kiriskate! I do not remember this boss music. That's a gain on 3, I know. The sham shinobi. Oh, I don't even have a... No, I do. Oh, I need to... It's a single target only at this level. God. That's the worst. Oh, okay, I guess we're back to AoE combo. Bad. Fine, I'll redo it in shame. I will be fair against my pet. Get him out here! The fiend who resorts to using a fiend. The beast is yours. The false shinobi you may leave to me. I'm trying to watch him just fucking kill people in the background. I'm not paying attention to the fight. He's just going around like a max level dude, just one-shotting people like a badass. No more games. Time to unleash the... He just walks away. I want that emote! Finally, last act of this gaudy circus. Interesting. He used Rays of Halone. He is just a fighter. He's using... I don't think I noticed that the first time. Shite on your honor, winning's all that matters. Got him. Scrum Blade Flocks hard mode. Come, Viola, we give chase! Running out of classes level, it happens! Then you run stuff for gear. And then you run it for fun. And because you are freed from the wheel. This is as far as you go. Who are you? I am Musosai, and besides me is my pupil Viola. We seek out the wicked and exact justice upon them. Musosai, the legendary swordsman whose tale I heard in Kugane? Small wonder my guards didn't stand a chance. But even legends bleed, and with my transcendent katana I am more than a match for you. Come, this blade shall drink deep of your lifeblood. Unrepentant fiend, you belong not in jail but in hell. Say your prayers to whatever kami you keep. Slaughtered. You needn't befoul your blade with scum such as this. We've accomplished our goal of excising evil, and for that I am glad, but this outing leaves much to be desired for your training. For you see, a samurai learns best when he faces a fellow samurai of equal skill. Alas, they are hard to come by in this land, and a pretender such as that whom you faced is no substitute. Woo, we did it. Pats on the back for everyone, especially me. Now, what's this thing about you being a legend back at home? 'Tis ancient history. Whatever I may have been in the past, now I am but as you see me, an old man long past his prime. Well done, my friend. You've rid us of a depraved monster. His was a brutal end, but it was no more than he deserved. Justice well served indeed. Rest assured that this mess will be cleaned up. As they say, what happens in Del Sol stays in Del Sol. We earn your debt, my lord. Our work here is done. One fewer evil afflicts. Time to be sick. Are you all right? Worry not, I shall be fine. My endurance is not as it once was, is all. Come, my friends, let us move on to wherever the wind should blow. Where's the wind blowing on you, buddy? Gridania, perhaps? And the wind blows the team to the forest. Ta-da! Momozigo, play lead on. The forest? You mean Gridania? Oh, dear. I mean, of course, right this way. You could have pulled out a frying pan. Musosai does what he wants. Speak with Musosai in Gridania. This one. No, not that one. This one. Come, Midgard Summer. We go to the land of the elves. It's raining. It's Oriane Nuerterel. It's a reference, I don't know. And they're here. Ah, Gridania, always lovely to be here. A nation at one with the forest, simply being here is salve for the soul. Yet even amongst such seeming serenity, untold wickedness may lurk, until such time as we find it. Pray continue applying yourself to our art. Gonna go making inquiries. And we've applied ourselves to our art. Ah, Viola, by the strength of your aura, you have clearly kept at your training. And in discharging the duty of a samurai in 2 cities now, you are slowly but surely becoming one in sooth. I hope that our time here will afford you further opportunity to grow. By the way, have you not seen Momozigo? He hasn't returned since he left us earlier. I worry that he's fallen prey to evil in the course of seeking it out. We should search for him. Let's split up and ask the locals. 0 out of 3 talk to people in town. The classic. Hello, Bernadette. Hatted Lalafell, and he's a showmaster, you say? Huh, I recall the face of every adventurer who's passed my post, but I've not seen anyone fitting that description. Sorry, I couldn't be of any help. God's Quiverbow. You're the gunblade guy. You are. Lalafell, the fellow dozing off thither, is the only one I've seen, I'm afraid. Now, is there aught else I might assist with? Helping you achieve greater intimacy with the elementals, perhaps? East EP. He's pretty. The merchants in Gridania are all cutthroat. It's amazing. And the craft people are all. You should go to every craft person and do their quests in Gridania. God, I can't do this. I gotta stay at MSQ. I gotta be focused. Pilot selection is concluded. Dude, yeah, it's gonna be like that. You get for being a pilot, they give you a stack of currency and then a better roulette wheel, but it's still a goddamn roulette wheel, so you can bet your ass you're gonna get crap out of it, just as if you were not a pilot. Yeah, master beaten, dude. I think I'm just gonna walk over to him and just take in one of the best elves in this game after I'm done talking to my Senta. Forgive me my bluntness, but you are not here with an opportunity for profit. Oh, I suppose it wouldn't hurt to tell you. Yes, I did see a Lalafell much like you described. He was in the process of being taken away to the Adder's Nest, though I know not the circumstance. Just gonna say hi real quick. The man who knows his wood. Oh, there he is. What do you say to me, the untrained? You have questions? Very well, ask. What do you do here? As Timbermaster of the Oak Tree, I'm responsible for all that transpires within these halls. Like all destined to take up the saw, I've been fascinated with the trees of the... Okay, it's normal. He's got his polite face on with us because he doesn't know us yet. Yeah, whatever. Alright, Musosai, our friend just got arrested. And we came back to the place he ran away from, gasp. Beaton gives Gordon Ramsay vibes. Dude, oh god. I'm trying to think. Are there... So alchemy stuff is good. Carpenter stuff is good. Blacksmith stuff is silly. Armorers, no, I was about to say armor, maybe not. Then I remembered that armor is good. You get a real good frenemy out of armor. God, it's also good. Anyway, taken by the authorities, you say. There must be an explanation. Come, we must get to the addled mess at once. Normal names today. Well, yes, as a matter of fact, we did apprehend a Lalafellan showmaster by the name of Momozigo. He was wanted here in Gridania for embezzlement. It was no large amount of coin to be sure, but a crime is a crime, and so we took him into custody on sight. However, that custody didn't last long, for the fellow up and fled when our backs were turned. He was last seen heading into the North Shroud towards Proud Creek, Ixil-held territory. Oh, dude, that robot spits fire. Redolent Rose makes weaving all worthwhile by itself. Severian. God, Severian! The mad scientist himself. Alchemy goes from mad scientist to, like, private eye investigator work. That's so... Culinarian starts out pretty strong. Culinary is the only one that's hot and cold. There are quest lines that are really good, but then I think the Stormblood one isn't really that hot. We're presently deliberating whether to dispatch a search party, but in light of the risks, I fear that none will be forthcoming. If this Momozigo is your friend, perhaps you might consider searching for him yourselves. This bodes ill. Viola, we must find Momozigo before he falls foul of those icky souls. And he only knows enough about snakes to do his job. Alright, we'll look for Momozigo and North Shroud. Fogor float. Oh, hang on a minute. I have a button for this. To the skies! Ooh. To kill you for a thing I don't care about. Hello, Night. Oh no, Mamaziko, don't do it! By the way, you guys are fucked because I'm max level. Sorry, guys. Poor level 56 beat Birdman. Come on, Momozigo. I didn't even have a 900 8th rate tickets. I'd never do crafting. Infinite 8th rate tickets is the only way to do it. What are you doing over here? Ah, we're over here for the cutscene. Very good. Hilarious, isn't it? Here I am on a heroic quest to punish criminals with you, but all this time I was a criminal myself. I was organizing a concert at the amphitheater, you see, but the songstress bailed last minute. At that time, I had a huge debt hanging over my head and I had no way of paying it off. So I ran off with the money I'd collected from the advanced ticket sales. I knew it was wrong, but I did it anyway. I'm no better than the crooks we've gone after. Will you punish me like you punished them? Bless heaven's word, yes. Betray the people's trust and steal from them is a despicable act. Such evil cannot be suffered. He's not been killed. There, the evil in you is excised. You've committed a crime, 'tis true, but so too have you dedicated yourself to fighting it. From this moment forth, do you swear to be a changed man and fight always for justice? I swear, I'll never do bad things ever again. I may not be able to wield a katana, but I'll fight with you nonetheless. You've not spent all of your recent earnings, I trust. You would do well to return the money you took and beg forgiveness. You apologize from the heart. I see no reason why the aggrieved would not forgive you your transgressions. So go and make amends and let us continue our quest. We cannot well succeed without you. I like how this is actually a very clever little bit of story planting, in addition to just being a cool moment. Thank you, Musosai and Viola. I'll go and repay the money and apologize this instant. Oh, dude, I have at least 999 8th rate tickets. I've convinced myself to restrain it to one stack of 8th rate tickets, and then I just don't anything over a pittance in fees. I just hand a ticket over. I'm starting to stack up on Grand Company tickets now too. I'm just like, you know what? Tickets are everything. It's like back in WoW when I had like 8 Hearthstones in my bag. I'm like, where do I need to go today? Dollar End City? I have a Hearthstone for that. Momo's ego aspires to evil. He has much and more work to do. As it stands, he has reformed himself and will make no more mischief. With that, our work here is done. One fewer evil afflicts the... Oh, I'm in a cutscene, so I gotta be sick. A little jaunt to the forest attacks me so. There is no overcoming old age. And only old age. Yet here I am, come to the other side of the world in the twilight of my years. I journeyed here to find a worthy new people, and find her I did. But if truth be told, I have one more objective. That is to track down and punish a fugitive from Hingashi, a disgraced samurai known as Kogarashi. Mark my words, his is the face of true evil, and it is my solemn charge to strike him down. Let's go find this Kogarashi fellow. I hope we haven't met him already. I had the chance to do so before, but I failed. His strength far surpasses mine own. I could not defeat him. Forgive me, I should not burden you with this. Pray dismiss it as but the hollow ramblings of an old man. Come, let us return to the city. I do enjoy the Warrior of Light's basically ability to make people talk to them as just like a common plot point. You're just like, oh, they'll just look at you quietly with that stupid but endearing expression on their face, and they'll just spill your guts at you. And then you find out it's actually a plot point. What? What? How? Well done, you crafty bastards. Just spent like 900 ally seals on tickets just a couple hours before I unlocked the blue mage job. Use my seals in the minion mount boxes. Yeah. Oh, yeah. The 20,000. It's a great sync. Also, like if you're running roulettes and like everybody's passing on the gear because nobody wants gear from Void Ark, you're just like, okay, I'm just gonna put it all in my pocket and then I'm gonna hand it all to the Grand Company and then I'm going to get all of the mounts and pets that I already have out of the random loot boxes. It's success, but then it goes on the market board for like 7,000 gills, so you know, net profit. Oh yeah, you can also just farm something like that. Yeah, any of the old primals, you'll get the gear that drops, you get the weapon coffer that drops, and you can turn both of them and hand them in. It's a good money making scheme too. It's a bit slow compared to other ways, but if you just park it next to a vendor. Also a good way to farm decent if you feel like completely boring yourself to tears for several hours. Alright, all is for good, and all it took was a bit of money. I can come and go through Gridania as I please again. All debts are settled then, that as well. Let us move on to wherever the wind should blow. Somewhere. And the blows would seem to the snow-capped mountains. Momozigo, pray lead us there. Time to go to Ishgard. Ah. Oh no, foundation's right there. Running old gun, killing all the mobs for money, and then you just sell the gear that you don't need. Over ER in the bar? Here. I think that's the ass end of the Forgotten Knight. If I remember this quest line. Hey Sidurgu, how you doing? I'm gonna be a Dark Knight sometime. What do you think about that? I'm never gonna not talk to him. It's a breathtaking snowscape. Though each of this land's regions may not change much with the seasons, collectively they are no less colorful than Hingashi. Is a level 90 tank with level 80 gear good enough to do Thok Extreme? Unsynced? Yeah. I mean, you have, unless you want to, like, queue up for it legit. Then at that point, you just... Any gear... If you have any gear that's... technically, the Idleshire gear, anything on that custodian gear, anything higher than that, and it'll unsynced, you're fine. Unsynced, you're fine. You gotta. I mean, you did it as a blue mage in order to get Ravana's Carmenactra, whatever. Actually, no, wait a minute. You can farm that on normal, can't you? You just had to get phase 2. Yeah, never mind. Yeah, you could do. Yeah, you could do. When were we able to? Endwalker, I was able to solo him. I was pretty sure if you have level 80 gear, you can do it with the DPS. So, trying to think, going through. Yeah, if you're a level 90 tank with 80 gear, I think you can do any extreme from Heaven's Word. I'm thinking. Bismarck is just painfully boring and you need to sprint between the dragon killers. Ravana, you just smack him in the face. You could probably kill him before he phases. Thoradin and Nidhogg, you'll have to do... Thoradin and Nidhogg, you have to do mechanic. You might have a problem doing Thoradin Extreme. You will need to kill him in phase 2 before he does a couple of things. But as a tank, you might be able to just invuln through it or just not care because you're a tank. Bismarck is just a grievous waste of your time. Nidhogg, you might have to do mechanics. Actually, no, you don't. You just mitigate through the Akmorn. You're fine. If it takes too long, Estinian might do actually something that's a pain in the ass you have to just take care of. And then the Warring Triad stuff. Titan might... No, not Titan. Zervon is a joke. You'll be fine. Sophia, you do need to know how the pendulum works. Not really a problem. Like, you'll fall off once and then you'll remember how to do it. It's not a big deal. Sephiroth. I'm trying to think. If it goes for too long, there may be a mechanic in Sephiroth that kills you. Yeah. Well, yeah. As Shadow Derpy said, 12. If you have a max level class with anything close to end game gear, so that's like level 100, you'll just punk them. It'll be 12 seconds. This will be nothing. As a tank with level 80 gear, it probably won't take you much longer. Less than a minute. I think you kill him before he phases. I think he does slaughter and quick slaughter, or prelude to slaughter and then slaughter, and then while he's doing that, you can just put him in the ground. Yeah. But the thing is that if he does end up phasing, then you just running around, you're one-shotting all of the butterflies, moths anyway, so it's not really a big deal. I definitely say give it a try. I would be shocked if he walls you at level 90. Anyway. Momozigo and I will set to tracking down injustice in the city. In the meantime, my people pray to you that your sword arm remains warm in this frosty clime. My sword arm will be warm. Your aura does not lie. You've grown stronger still. Since embarking upon our journey, you have made remarkable progress. Ere long, you'll be a fully fledged samurai. But on to our mission. As we scoured the snow-swept stone... Oof, boy, got me with that one. And pillars of the city for evil, Momozigo came upon a disturbing rumor. It's just awful, Viola. A stage tragedy played out in real life. A young couple threw themselves off a cliff in the western Highlands. As I hear it, the two were sweethearts from low-born families, but the girl had the ill luck of being fancied by a young nobleman. This Honfront tried to force them apart, and he hounded them so badly that they decided to end it. 2 innocent lives lost, and why? Because some lordling had to think with his member. Wow, they wrote that in. He must be punished, I tell you. Heartrending as his rumors are no basis for punishment. We must ascertain the truth of the matter. Let us begin by making inquiries of the couple in the bloom. Yep, kind of talk to 3 people in town. The classic. Also, yeah, at level 100, when you have excavator and 2 charges of drill, you just go boom, boom, boom. You just booming, and then you get full metal machinist, and that's basically the 6th dump. And then whatever's still alive from there gets your time bomb. It's, oh my god, machinist is so good. Not Pictomancer anymore. Yeah, Pictomancer Burst is also good if you don't want to think. And if I stand right here, he thinks I'm doing a carpenter quest. How you doing, Bartholomew? How's that bow of yours? He's just a poor soldier from a poor family. He's just a poor boy. Nobody loves him. The unculpable hurled himself off a cliff. A right tragedy, and no doubt, but it seems odd they go all the way to the western highlands to do it. No shortage of places to fall off from around here. Midgar Summer agrees. Why, just the other day we were about to throw some guy off a cliff. How you doing, must I say? Appears that in this nation a man's fate is decided not by his worth, but by his birth. But that I could say we're not so in Hingashi. I still love this little bit. I think I pointed this out on stream before. I think I found out about it on stream. Hello, kids throwing snowballs. Oh, it's a Learly Lowborn. Let's go talk to them first. Sephiroth defo gonna want to be max level for solo. Yeah, I was thinking because you've got the beams, and then you've got the soaking both tank busters. I think just that opening salvo of phase 2 will get you killed. I don't think you'll get far enough to have to deal with the knockbacks and the death bubbles. Like, you'll just be flat out dead because of your debuff then. It's just like maybe you pop an invuln. It's sketchy with Sephiroth. I think it took me late into Endwalker before I could farm Sephiroth by myself. Maybe not. I definitely was doing it Endwalker, but it was not like it was a get your shit together, sit up gamer mode, hit your rotation perfect or else you die for Sephiroth. Nowadays you just diddle him. Well, I beat him legit, so I can dueling glove him across the face as many times as I want. Anyway, folks are saying suicide, but I ain't convinced. Knew both of them well, I did, and they're not the sort to just give up on life, let alone each other. Hilda, how you doing, Hilda? I don't rightly understand the relation, but ever since the House of Commons was founded, we've been getting a flood of folk looking up the sign for the watch. Could be that they're seeing their fellows accomplish something worthwhile is giving them a hunger to do the same. Okay. Of course, I heard about the poor buggers. Their luck ran out when Honfront took a fancy to the girl. He's a greedy bastard just like his father, Lord Idrenich, and fury forbids you get in the way of what he wants. Yeah, and there's one more person I need to ask before I can get this started. Hey, Frey. Have you heard the rumor about the dead suicide people? Yeah, she's heard about it. Says it's all a hoax. Frey told me I gotta keep going. Diddle, yeah. Disrespect. Touched it appropriately, whatever. What's Sephiroth gonna do? My burst is incredible. I'm like 720 something on the machinist. I just put him in the ground. Would have been better if he said fuck him over. No, I know exactly what happened. Snooty was just doing his own thing, and then he hears me say diddle him. And then he's just like, what the hell is he going on about? Dude, I've been there. I've been on the other side of that. So a cloud of suspicion hangs over the suicide. It bears further investigation, but first things first, Momo's ego has vanished yet again. Oh, let's talk it over. Help me! Momo's ego's in trouble. Maybe. Button is from Momozigo's garment, but he's nowhere to be seen. This bodes ill. Little fellow, was he your friend? He was asking me about the suicides and men bundled him up and carried him off. I hope he'll be alright. Gonna go run back into being in the shadows and poor. Seems plain that there are those who take unkindly to our investigation. The time for caution is past. Let us confront this Anafrond himself. He was recently sighted near the Fast Fiddle on the level above. Oh wow. I've come down here so much for the firmament, I forget that this is actually Stairway Up. Oh dude, I have my own Hive Katana. You're good. But thank you though. I have the dead Hive Katana. That was my 60 sword. It's rad as hell. This is the Moonlit Katana, which we haven't gotten there yet in the story, but this is probably the sickest 70 katana. Though, well, I will say this. I thematically picked this because of the moon theme, which fits for Viola specifically. Now, it's a larger discussion as to which of the 4 Lords weapons from 70 is cooler. And then you've got, actually, Stormblood, like, it's sick all the way down. Susano's pretty good. Yeah, you can't go wrong with any of the swords. Oh, you got a red alert. Nice. Everybody log on. Craft immediately or gather.
Eternity later.
Oh man. Yeah. It's pure copium, but allegedly the rights to FFXIV are not as contested as they were before. Somebody can make a trash game. I may be finishing FFXIV 2 Saturday, unless they come up with another puzzle that I'm too thick-headed to figure out, in which case, God knows when it's done.
One eternity later.
Oh, God. We have to wait 2 eternities for a FFXIV sequel now. How you doing, Arturo? What do you think? Oh! That's interesting. That's an interesting little foray. PE2 remake would be like 250 gigs. They'd probably remake 1. I wouldn't mind a FFXIV 2 remake. Crisp that up. Analog stick movement. Speaking of Parasite, you miss out shooting lightning bolts to surrounding enemies, damage and paralysis. I saw that you were doing stuff. Yes. Yeah, Blue Mage stuff is all cool. You've picked a correct class. Usosai. Oh no, it's Harmful. He's so sad. He's a sad boy. Let's talk to him. Go away, let me die in peace. If you wish to throw your life away, we will not stop you. But first, answer me something and clear your conscience. Our companion was seized by unknown men while investigating the recent suicides, and it seems there is more to the incident than rumors would have us believe. Tell us what truly happened. Tried to break them apart, that much is true, but they didn't kill themselves. I brought her to the manor late one night, and she learned things she wasn't supposed to know. Learned how my father was dealing illicitly in furite. I implored father to overlook it, tried to convince him that she wouldn't talk, but she refused to listen. He ordered them taken to the Western Highlands, and they were, oh God, I loved her, I truly did. Oh, he's so sad. As for your friend, I fear they mean to silence him too, at the Black Iron Bridge, like they did the others. I thank you for your honesty and shall bother you no more, but know this, you are still young. You have all the time in the world to begin anew, to make amends, unlike this tired old man. Ah, that makes sense. You'd have basically a lightning storm at level 3. We haven't a moment to waste. To slack Iron Bridge. They're proper homophones, everything he's saying. I love it. This is the fastest. Everybody say hi to Hildebrand. Hi, Hildebrand. Oh, you didn't see him. He was there. This one. To the skies! Did you? I don't know who saw that, but it was me running, hitting the mount button, continuing to summon while moving. The muscle memory kicking in and saying, you can't move while summoning, stopping moving to finish the summoning channel. Because I was like, oh wait, you'll interrupt it if you move. I'm never going to get used to that. I need to have like a training montage of running while doing it. Oh no, it's the brigands. It's Indra and Momozigo. Let's get them. This one. Oh, you're okay. God, that was close. I thought I was a dead Lalafell again. When is the next Hildebrand questline? Maybe it's 2.5. Inconceivably further, I think, is the latest one. Stupid. Something to look forward to at least. Forgive me my delay. The deep snow makes you work for every step. So you are the heartless cur who stole 2 young innocent lives. It is over. Surrender yourself. Like hell's it's over. Mistake me not for one of those useless mercenaries. Oh, he has a gun. Not a shred of remorse, lowlier than a mindless beast. Such evil cannot be suffered. And he's dead. Our work here is... I'm sick again. Oh! Not come this far to fall here. Were you not my friends, 'twas but a dizzy spell. Now then, I believe we visited all the major cities of Hare's Ear. Momozigo, you've been a fine guide and companion both. I am grateful for your help. All that remains is to find Kogarashi and deliver unto him his reckoning. Grandpa does need his meds. Also impressive knifing for you to backseat me in a game that I'm not even playing. Got Chimera today in roulettes. Were you able to deal damage to the bad guy before he died? God, Chimera. You're just like, oh, right. In the back of your mind, it's like, I guess it's free currency, but still, you're just like, I was hoping to do, like, gameplay? Anyway. Viola, in the course of righting wrongs across the land, you have become a great samurai, one whose skill rivals even those of Kogarashi. There is little left for me to teach you. I thank the kami for blessing me with such a fine pupil. Come, my friends, let us return to the city and find a place to warm ourselves. It's called a whiff. Well, you spend more time waiting for Titan to get out of his jump. I'm not riding back. We're just teleporting. Are you? Yeah, you're back where you were. Hi, Sidergu. Viola, thank the gods you're here. It's Musosai. He collapsed again as soon as you entered the gates. He's resting at the inn right now, but the chirurgeon, I remember it this time, he said that the old man is ill, gravely ill. I got Ifrit like a stack of times 2 lately. Wonder if people are running through this again. He hasn't long left. It's a wonder he could even draw his katana. All this time, he's been pushing on by sheer force of will, punishing evildoers across the land, even saving my hide. What is it that drives him on? Why does he go to such lengths to find this Kogarashi character? The old man won't breathe a word on the matter, but there must be some reason. If only we knew, we could finish this duty in his stead. For now, there's naught to do but keep watch over him. I'll see to that, so you needn't worry. If there's a change, you'll be the very first to know. 1 change later. Ah, there it is. Viola, we have a situation. Musosai has disappeared from his inn room. He's in no shape to be up in a boot. And he left without even taking his medicine. Weakened as he is, though, he can't have gone far. I wager he's somewhere in the city still. Let's split up and look for him. I'll focus on the broom and you Saint Valeriforum. You've seen Doc around here, Hamrich? Ah, it's me. Yes. How silly for me to forget. Oh, it was a long-ass surveying. Oh, we're just surveying. He's not in the area. I guess we had to be sure. I thought that you got... I thought they got meditated at the end of this, the other one. I guess not. Well, it does make this convenient for the stream, I suppose. Last we were alone. Good, good. The remedies of this land aren't to my liking, I'm afraid. Fortunately, I've brought with me potent drafts from the Far East that restores one vigor for a time. And while its effects last, there is work I would do. As I explained to you earlier, I came to Hare's Ear, or Eorzea, for 2 purposes. The first was to find and train a worthy pupil. The second was to find and punish the fugitive Kogarashi. However, I had yet to tell you of his crime. Kogarashi's crime was to create a killer. His people went on killing spree, cutting down numerous Hingan dignitaries one after the other. In my land, the master is held accountable for the deeds of the people, and Kogarashi's hands were deemed no less bloody than the murderers. For his punishment, he was ordered to commit seppuku, atonement by ritual suicide. But desiring to live, Kogarashi forsook his honor and fled here, to Eorzea. That he should thrive in spite of all the deaths he has caused is an affront to the very spirit of the samurai. It is unforgivable, and he cannot go unpunished. But try as I might to render justice, as is my duty, I could not defeat him. Countless times I tried, and always I faltered. But you, Viola, you have grown tremendously since we first began walking our path. Strong as you have become, I am confident that you can face Kogarashi on equal standing. This is your final trial. Find Kogarashi, defeat him, and in your training as a samurai shall be complete. Poor Warrior of Light has no idea what's going on. Kogarashi makes his lair in the western highlands of Curse Aris at a place called Twin Fools. Let us set off. But as you make your way, remember, 'tis a loathsome wretch you go to face, who places his own life before honor. Such evil cannot be suffered. Time for the 4D chess play! Balance election is concluded! I want to make that a bit. Hang on, we'll do this. Remind me to make it a bit later, please. Also, check this out. It is faster to go to a different zone than it is to cross the entire big-ass size of Western Carthus. If you want to go to the northern area. Just the state of it. Look. Faster. Actually, it might have been an equals. Actually, where are you? Where are you? No, it's close enough. I'm gonna say I saved time. I'm gonna say this was a genius play. Speedrunner strats. All the gods are writing down what I just did. I get what they were going for. And this, in this zone's defense, this is probably like one of my favorite zones in Heavensward, if not the game. Just the music, the aesthetics of it, it's very appealing. But finding a place here, finding a place in the Sea of Clouds, finding a place in Asis Law. This was definitely that time of gaming that they're like, look what we can do, look how big it is, and then you're just like, nope, it's too big. Yeah, Sea of Clouds has no friends. What's that? You want the sun drop dance? You don't actually, but sure. Oh god. Churning Mists is... Man, the only reason Churning Mists works is because you have Aetherites that are far enough apart that you can use it to, like... Where's the frickin' Aetherite here, guys? Man. They have... This is also... I will also say, they have long since learned their lesson and fixed this. It's just... Heavensward's the only one. Like, I complain about how they disrespected killing people off in Stormblood. They fixed that. Mostly. It's sort of like there's these time capsules that you just see the way that things were in these little corners of the game. Anyway. All the time that I would have saved if I were to just come and talk to Musasai, I just lost by complaining about it, which joke's on me in the end. Man. Anyway, the face of true evil. Well, I did say mostly. Also, Sphene is something different. Here we are, Viola. Are you ready to deliver unto Kogarashi his reckoning? All right. I'm going to go with the ... because I'm going to say that we figured it out. There's no room for doubt, no need for pity. Evil such as his cannot be suffered. So do what must be done and strike me down. Ta-da! Kogarashi, I wore this name once upon a time, as I wore this Jingasa. Together with my pupil, I journeyed the length and breadth of Hingashi, hunting down evildoers, but my guidance was lacking, and ere long my pupil strayed from the path, and the rest of the tale you already know. I failed to prevent his murderous rampage, but instead of taking responsibility, I took flight. Instead of honorable death, I chose dishonorable life. Countless times I turned the blade upon myself, but always my courage faltered. And so I have lived to this day with my disgrace. Furthermore, I deceived you. I masqueraded as a protector of peace, a paragon of virtue, when I am anything but. I spoke loftily of rendering punishment unto the wicked, when the one who was most deserving of it was me. My punishment is long overdue. Render it unto me, Viola, and your training shall be complete. "'Tis not your master who stands before you, but a great evil. Now come and take my head, else I shall take yours." It's the classic storyline of the two must duel on the windswept plains. He's a badass because he's cool. But he falls down. But he refuses to die to weakness. And we just go back to it. Which is also, it's very trope. And he does some cool shit that you will never be able to do. It's like how Karasu has the fourth mudra. Sorry, you're not gonna have it. How strong you've grown. Training shall soon be complete. Now for my greatest test. Back to it. But first. No, oh, it's on cooldown. It's fine. Death comes. And it with the Megari Setsugeka. Ah. Just feels right. Well done, my pupil. You have fulfilled your duty. Actual use of Jobstone in the cutscene. Final technique. You have drawn it forth. Good, good. I have served my purpose. We can now meditate. Now end it. Give this villain his just punishment. Moments ago. Viola. Oh God, what have you done? Peace, moments ago. It was my doing, and no more than I deserve. There's a little bit of blood in his mouth. That's how you know it's serious. Oh, stop, for the love of the 12, it's enough. What a pose. For a moment, you're like, oh, wow, you did it. But excise the evil in me, have you? Absolved me of my crimes. Viola, you have become a greater samurai than even I dared to hope. Living in shame and coming to this land, it was all worth it. The evil in me is no more. Now I may know peace in the realm yonder. Momozigo complains. My time was nigh. Better it end this way. Viola, Momozigo, every moment of our journey I cherished. Our work here is done. One fewer evil afflicts the realm. The camera work, the timing, just hitting all of those old school moments. You get, yeah, like he's the sad music. Thank you, old man, for everything. We'll go on one last journey together to the promised place. And this scene, which is where you, I believe, one of the places you saw them, and it was also that this was the, well, not this specifically, but the card of all the quest lines was looking out onto the sea. So we're coming back full circle. So once again, looking out to the sea in the sunset. So Sai bade me bury him here where he could look upon the western seas. I believe if you come back to this place going forward, it's still here. I don't know why at first, but now I think I do. He wanted to watch the setting sun, watch it begin its return journey to the east, to Hingashi. No doubt he wished that he could do the same. He missed his homeland dearly, and to the last he thought of his errant pupil weighed on his mind. Well, I suppose we should be going. Let's leave Musosai to rest and head back to Ul'dah. Yeah, Samurai is definitely one of the better ones. That specifically the 50 to 60 experience is incredibly solid. The 60 to 70 Stormblood stuff is still good. I guess I thought you had to do the whole thing to learn meditate, but you only had to do this, which timing wise is kind of perfect because there's no way in hell I was gonna reach the end of it on this stream. I might do it anyway, but like now I don't have to. And again, like this is the story I wanted to play on the stream because this quest line is the good one. It's so damn solid. Hits all the moments. You get your like the essence of the samurai. There is a skill at 70? Oh wait, yeah, it's the, oh god, it's the stickers one. It's the eating your stickers for Kenki. I guess we're doing it. Never mind. Reaper is solid. So yeah, if we're talking about like the 10 level experience, Reaper's on the short list too. It's a goddamn tragedy that we can't hang out with the Reaper people more. You only get those 10 levels with them, and it feels like it's not enough. Pictos is fun. Pictos, I don't want to say too much about it, but Pictos is, you go into it and you think you know what you're getting yourself into, and then you're not. You don't get that. You get something better. Viper's fine. Viper's it's a solid story, and no complaints. No complaints about Viper. Had some fun moments. Viper trainer had a Rothgar boyfriend, so at least he was doing that right. Sage is fine. as well. Satsu Gurin. What? No. Satsu. Hang on a minute. There's Q10. There's Gyoten. There's Yaten. There's Oh, there's two Hyato Gyotens. That's. Why are they the same spelling? Hang on, let's do it this way. Because I know meditate you couldn't do. Well, if you don't have Hisatsu Gurin, that's actually not that big of a deal, because you get Hisatsu Sene and then everything's fine. But if you don't get Gurin, I might do that off stream then. We'll see. While we were on the road, the old man told me something, that before he died, he wanted to leave behind a pupil into whom he has poured all of himself. I don't think he could have found a better person. And as his final pupil, I get the sense that he's entrusted his legacy to you. So I hope that you'll keep on protecting the peace as Musosai once did, seeking out the wicked and bringing them to account. And remember always, such evil cannot be suffered. There it is. By facing your master in Mortal Kombat, you have unlocked a new technique. Samurai Quest for Heaven's Word. In order to... Or to Fate. Once you've done so, the Samurai Quest will be available for Mobile Ego. And there it is. And now, I can do this! Woohoo! Alright, I have a bit to do. Hang on a minute. Da-da-da, not this. This. Hang on. This is nowhere nearly not going to be worth it, but I'm just going to do it anyway for kicks. Wait, what? Yeah, that's fine. Let's see. You. This one. Uh-huh. All right. 33 seconds, it may be worth it. How quick is this? How quick is this? There it is. Okay. I amuse myself with it. I don't know if anyone else will think it's funny. Just the shocking number of decisions I've made in my life. I'm just like, it's bad, it's stupid, no one's gonna care for it, but you think it's funny. I don't think there's any cooldown on it, but there it is. All right. Why need a command when I get it in game? So you get that feeling of disappointment even if you're not playing cosmic stuff. Anyway. Well, this is... Thanks. I mean, we could call it early, I guess, or I could just mess around for 15 minutes or so. I got what I needed to get done. Action not yet learned. I guess it is blocked behind the other samurai quest. I'd ask Tatsu for the min-max on it. Whether or not having Hisatsu Gyoten is actually necessary. It would... maybe for the Shinryu fight, I'd want Hisatsu Gyoten. Except it's on a different bar, which means I'm probably not going to use it. Technically, it's useful for AoE, and AoE may start mattering in endgame now. Whenever I get there. I would think he. Get the Shinryu minion. Shinryu minion, he just runs around in a box. It's a peekaboo. All right, people tell me what you think. I don't know. I was gonna go back to MSQ after this, because meditate. Well, meditate is the one that I'm like, okay, we need to actually have meditate. Meditate is a significant ability to have at endgame. You will feel the lack of it if you don't have it and you're doing any content. But Hisatsu... So, if we were 70, Hisatsu Gyoten would be absolutely necessary because you did not have this version of it. The single target one. But once you hit 72, then you're always using the single target one instead of the AoE one. Unless you're running minions. I guess it matters. Yeah. I'll have a think about it. Palette selection is concluded. Here, well, I'm here. I'll pick it up. Pick up the next phase. Actually, I don't need to pick up the next phase. I'll just leave it there. I'll just put it in my quest log. How about that? I don't have a compulsion to show you the second set. The Stormblood quest line is fine. It's good. It's fun. It's good stuff. As a summary, you go and deal with the homicidal student of the master, or you confront him. I won't tell you what happens. I'm pretty sure you can guess. It's a I mean, it does also. It's sort of like it's the good samurai versus evil samurai energy. Definitely, it does harken back to those classic tropes in movies. The way that the first one, but for me, these quest lines with Musosai is some of the best stuff you get in job quests in this game. But here, I'll pick this up. I'll sleep on it. I'll see how I feel tomorrow. If I feel like it's Samurai War, yeah, exactly. Like it still hits those tropes. It's still quality stuff. It's still fun, but that Musosai stuff, that is the stuff that like it stuck with me this whole time. How cool that was. That and the goofy cowboy hat samurai loser, who I believe actually comes back. Now there is a very touching moment. There's a few. Thinking back on it now, there was one moment at the very end of these, like when you wrap everything up. Yeah. What it boils down, I'll probably end up doing it. It's whether or not I do it on stream, because it's not MSQ content, and I just don't know. Xeno's kicking your ass always stuck with me. Damn you, level sync. Yeah, there is that feeling that you're like, hang on a minute, I'm level 70. You synced me down so that you'd kick my ass, you son of a bitch. Yeah. But anyway, yeah. I mean, that stuck with me. Astrologian, really, really good. Like pillar to post, Astrologian's good. And I think my I think my lavish tongue baths and frothy obsession over Dark Knight speaks for itself. But anyway, here, this is what I'll do. I got work soon. Good night, all. Oh no, Snooty's got night work. Absolutely brutal. Anyway, you're on call this week. Ah, son of a bee. Like in Star Ocean 2, there's a super hard fight that if you ever do it, seems like an instant lose, but you can beat it. Couple of installs. I think it does have one of the first stealth goods. The moment-to-moment stuff I forget out of Astro, but like the larger picture of the dry humor and sort of just like dealing with the stuff they're dealing with is it's pristine. So Red Mage is just gangbusters because every moment of being a Red Mage is also gangbusters. Black Mage is fun. Pugilist is good. Monk is okay, but doing Monk after Stormblood feels a lot more relevant. Monk gets better at the end, though. What else? I'm thinking through all like the Stormblood quests for all of them now. Yeah, they're good. It's a lot of good. Oh, it's a lot of good stuff. I might end up doing a lot of this stuff, but the samurai cosplay is kind of important to the character, so that is going through other jobs is going to be a secondary bit. So technically, you can get a samurai sword glam as a Dark Knight, which I don't know if you have a samurai. I don't think you have one as a gladiator or a paladin. Yeah, well, I'll likely, like is not probably plan to do MSQ next week anyway. Like the only time I'm going to actually need Hisatsu Gyoten, the AoE one, would be running Alamigo, the dungeon, or fighting Shinryu. Like those would be the only ones, and that's like an optimization choice. But not having meditate, I cannot abide. It's too damn useful. All you need to draw ether from the land for red magic is have a shit ton of ether, which means all you need to do is trigger a few more rejoinings. Well, yeah, theoretically, yeah. If you have more ether in you, then yes, you'll be a bit stronger red mage. Yeah. Also, like once you hit Ascian levels of ether, then being a red mage is a little redundant. Just like doesn't really matter. You just blow people up. Your mind. Pretty sure the ancients could do that. You just go. All right. Pretty sure I don't have anything in my inventory, do I? I did not get handed anything these whole quests. Yep. All right. Yeah. Well, I'll do that. I'll do that for planning. No matter what I do, I'm probably going to be back to MSQ next week. So let's go to Rauger's Reach. I'm going to get there in a convoluted way. Rauger's Reach doesn't have any sort of airships or stuff like that. I'm just teleporting over there. Talking about Ascians makes me mix a certain someone. Hey, we're going to get there. In a couple months, probably. Yeah. Well, the Red Maid's questline does bring up the canonical presence of vampirism, which is never addressed again. It's quite frustrating because it's such a cool idea. And now that the concept of job quests is gone, I don't think it'll come back. There's a couple things like that. They're just like, it's probably not going to come back unless they find a roundabout way to do it, which they probably won't. All right, so yeah, MSQ next week. I'll have a think about the rest of the samurai quests. If I feel like it would be fun to dedicate another stream to them, then I'll dedicate another stream to them. If I don't, then I'll just do them. The vampire tanks, dude. I don't know. There are ways you could make that work. That's all I gotta say. Sit right here and log out, and then I'll log in. I'll be here. Perfect plan. Yeah. Yeah. If I were to make the decision now, I'd just keep going, and I could just side hustle the samurai quests just to get the ability. But like again, like if you're looking at it from the ability perspective, the AoE one, well, never knew what to do with Dark Knights for so long. The Legion quest line was kind of fun, and the artifact weapon ones. I'm trying to think what else. There was something else you did. Maybe not. Yeah. You did Blood and Frost for tank switching so much. Oh, gameplay wise. Yeah, I know that earlier on it was you could be a tank as any of them or none of them. And then they made all the specs sort of pigeonholed. That was also back when they had skill trees and stuff like that. Yappers. What do you think, Mega Summer? We end the stream here? We could ramble on like a couple more minutes. Few more minutes. Yep, more Parasite Eve 2 Saturday. I don't know how much more game is left in there. I'm assuming I'm close to the end, but I thought I was going to be done with it last week, to the point that I planned out what would happen next if it ended abruptly and then the game didn't end. But very close to the end. Yeah, I have a feeling I'm definitely going to get there. Oh, yeah. Sorry, you said that while I was doing the samurai thing, so I was a little preoccupied. So, do you mean 7.45? Or do you actually mean 8.45 as in an expansion and a half later? Because right now we're at 7.21. I think we're at 7.21. Hang on. Oh no, those bits. No, blue mages should be going. Blue mages should be going to the new world in Dawn Trail. I'm not waiting an expansion for that. That shit should be 8. That shit should be 7.3. Migrosummer agrees. He's as mad as I am about this. Yeah. So 7.3, we're getting Beastmaster. Now I can understand if they don't want to double dip on their side hustles, and like maybe Beastmaster is 7.3 and then Blue Mage is 7.4, but yes, these are things, Night Fiend, that have to happen. I must have rambled on about this on a stream before, but yes, the Indigo Valley is in the New World, and it is a place that should be somewhere we could physically walk to from Tuliolal. Like, just also the fishing quests in Tuliolal with Waka, Omi, whatever the hell the damn crafter gatherer quests are, involves helping people from the Blue Maids clan. So soft confirmed. They mentioned Beastmaster was going to be 7.3 back when they were talking about stuff in Dawn Trail, before Dawn Trail came out. They said Beastmaster was 7.3. And so this was us like a year and a half, 2 years ago saying we have to wait a year and a half, 2 years. Interesting. It could be, it was supposed to be like halfway through Dawn Trail. Hang on, I gotta look through this stuff. Did I make that up in my head? Oh, 7.x? Interesting. They... So I don't know how this got in my head then. It's something to do with like halfway through the expansion it was going to come out or something like that. There was some discussion or some I would have sworn there was a slide that said that. But well, this is sort of where I don't know if we would have believed the 7.3 even if they said it. I don't know. I guess 7.3 isn't official. At least the internet doesn't agree with me. Hang on, I'm looking around. No, everything official on this very thorough 15-second Google search says 7.x, so I guess it's not 7.3. I don't know. It was stuck in my head it was going to be halfway through the expansion. I don't know why it got there. And so I just always in the back of my head I'm like, well, halfway through the expansion is 7.3. So it's probably going to be 7.3. But yeah. Internet says my faulty water-based memory banks is making shit up again. So, whatever. But anyway, yes. We should frickin' have Indigo Valley. We need to take the Blue Mage trials at the source. Like these are things that have to happen in Dawn Trail, or I'm gonna be throwing hands. Anyway, but we'll have Beastmaster coming out. Logistically, it would make sense. Like they would want to keep those a pet cycle away. Because you're going to have all the same no-lifers who do Blue Mage crap are going to be like, Beastmaster, a second Blue Mage! And they're just going to be leveling that bitch from the start of it. And they're just going to be running around Limsa Lamenta dying to bats in order to try to capture one. I will be in a very deep hole. People complain there isn't enough content whenever they put it out. Oh, naturally. One day after it's released. Nice pout. No, it would be funny if a Blue Mage is how we learn Ultima, but you do realize that in order for a Blue Mage to learn Ultima, it has to be cast on us. And we have to live through it. People are bitching about cosmic operations now. Oh my god. There's no making people happy. Some people, they live to complain. You could cater hand and foot to their every whim, and they will find something to complain about. Whatever. I can confidently say from a sample size of me that the lunar stuff is perfectly fun, and I was afraid it was going to be worse than it is, and it is not worse than it is. It's slightly better than I hoped. So yeah. Anyway. All right, I did it. I rambled to 9. My gambit was a success. Version of Ultima was it? There's another problem. This is a whole nother side conversation. There's like 18 versions of the Ultima spell. There's optimized Ultima. There's like lesser Ultima. There's Ultima 2, the Ultima Ing. Like, what Ultima is Ultima? Like the Ultima is, you know, from the depths of the seven hell, the pinnacles of the heavens to the depths of heaven hells, the world shall tremble. Like that Ultima? No one's getting that. Except for a Black Mage when they get Limit Break 4. But anyway. Thank you everybody for hanging out. And yeah. See y'all later. Samurai stuff. Yeah, Samurai's good. Samurai's good.